Very good evening, good morning, good afternoon from wherever you are tuned into the hotspot. Thank you so much. My name is Webb. Subscribe to the channel because today is going to be an interesting conversation. We do talk about Manchester United. The hottest story has been the one that broke earlier on today that Mason Mount had agreed personal terms with Manchester United. Well, this may not be true. It appears not to be true. And I think you do not want to be so excited if you're a Manchester United supporter. Perhaps what you should be excited about is the fact that the truth is Manchester United is seriously interested and they are contemplating approaching Chelsea for the player, the 24-year-old player who did not have a very good last few months for Chelsea because of injury, but with his 9 goal contributions in 35 appearances for Chelsea, indeed, he has shown that he could be a good player for this team. That is the English-born Mason Mount. Now, the valuation of this player is about 80 million pounds, according to Chelsea, who, by the way, do need money if they are going to do any business in the next transfer window. So, certainly for them, it's very important to cash in on some players. But according to reports coming through, Mauricio Pochettino has got big interest in Mason Mount. He does feel he's going to be an important part of his rebuild of this team that has been out of sorts in every sense of the word. But Mount, the player, is not so excited anymore about playing for Chelsea. So he is one that has been interested in by clubs like Liverpool and Arsenal. But according again to reports coming through from the UK, they do suggest that his preferred destination would be Manchester United because he would love to work under Eric Ten Hag. Subscribe to the channel. Do slide into the comment section and let me know what you think about that situation. But today, the fact is, I think chances are whether they have agreed personal terms or not, which, like I said, is probably about 70% not true that they have agreed personal terms. The truth is, Manchester United, it is known, are interested in Mount and most probably will be signing him or at least going back with a bid. I said Chelsea have a valuation of about 80 million pounds. United look at him as a cheaper player than that. They feel he should be worth about maybe 55 or 60 million pounds. But whatever the case may be, I do believe a deal could be struck between the two teams, one in Manchester, the other in London. Now, today the conversation for me is going to be about looking at how Manchester United would look with this young man. If he joined them, what would he add to the team? And this is for me how I think Man United would look. And you can give your 2 cents about that. Whether you think Mount would add, or rather would add, a lot to this Eric Ten Hag team and what he changes. The truth is, Mason Mount is a good footballer. He's a versatile footballer. One of the things we do want to credit him for as a footballer is his playmaking creatively. He's a creative playmaker. He has been one of their better performers even in some of their poorer seasons. He has been there trying to contribute in goals and try to assist and playing as a number 10. So he can operate in different areas in the midfield, and for me that's a very important attribute that he adds to this Manchester United player. He can play as a playmaker or as an attacking midfielder, and he has got a very good precise distribution ability that is so important if United are going to unlock defenses and bang in the goals. So I think he does add that when it comes to the creativity in the team. He's score goals. He has got goals in his feet. He can score goals. That's more so when he's operating in a more advanced position as a number 10, playing behind the target man. That's great as well. United do need the goals certainly. He's got a brilliant work rate and pressing that I believe are very good. They would add a lot to this Manchester United player. He's a relentless worker. He's relentless in how he works. And then for me, that's a very good thing. And if you consider the fact that the coach he would be working for in Ten Hag is a high pressing manager, you feel probably he would suit him. That is why, like I told you, reports suggest that he prefers going to Manchester United and playing under Ten Hag to playing for at Liverpool or at Arsenal. He's a versatile player. Like I said, he's got leadership and determination. He's got that zeal and character that you think are important in all facets of a team like Manchester United. So for me, I think in terms of him being a good player, I feel he is. But how would Man United line up? How do they look with him in the squad? Now, right there on the screen is what I do think. You can give me your opinion. Of course, the Man United backline has been solid. They are letting the least goals, at least this season. Their goalkeeper keeping the most clean sheets. And that has been brilliant. That was a problem they had before, and Ten Hag has been able to fix that. If you look closely on that squad, I did put a question mark in between the sticks there, as you can see, because I'm not exactly sure. Man United have decided on whether they're going to keep David De Gea or not. So a question mark would do for now when it comes to that goalkeeping position in between the sticks. But whether he stays or not, I think United will get a decent goalkeeper in between the sticks at the start of the season. Of course, the back line, manned by those two, when they are fit, you probably feel Martinez and Varane would be the starting centre backs for United. There's no doubt about that. They have already proven to be the best pair for United. Maguire, who, by the way, apparently there are reports suggesting that Man United are willing to actually pay him £10 million to offload him. You know, they pay you to leave the team. And that's interesting because he's contracted to the club for a while. He signed a long contract. So if they're going to get rid of him, it won't be so easy. So for those of you Man United supporters who wonder why on earth Maguire is still playing for United, I mean, if a player is contracted and a player of his profile coming as a Premier League winner and captain of the team, you don't just let go of him like that. I mean, there are contractual obligations you've got to meet as a club. And if you're going to relieve yourself of them. There are processes you go through. So Maguire might be paid to leave Manchester United. That's interesting. Then look at the left back. Of course, if he's fit, we look sure he's certainly the best option in that position. And on the right, Eric Wan-Bissaka has certainly improved a lot. His ball distribution is better. I think he's improved a lot under Ten Hag in the past season. He has been one of the better players for United when he has been fit this season. So in the back, that would be the starting back four. Then, of course, Casemiro shielding them, sitting just in front of the back four. Casemiro has a brilliant work rate that makes him in a good balance defensively, but also going forward. That's why he's able to bang in some few crucial goals for United. So that's a good thing. And I'm thinking they will be playing in a 4-3-3 formation, by the way. If I can get it for you there, and you see it right there in the top corner. They should be playing a 4-3-3 formation. And which can of course keep changing into a 4-2-3-1, depending on the game situations. But largely, it's lining up in a 4-3-3. So Casemiro there, protecting the back line. Then just closer to him, but just ahead of him, Bruno Fernandes. Fernandes is a number 10, but I feel with Mount coming in, he might do better dropping a little back and trying to contribute to attacks from deeper positions. So I think the best way to deploy Bruno Fernandes would be as a number 8, playing a little closer to Casemiro, or in between Mason Mount, who will be the number 10, and Casemiro. So in between the two, them sandwiching him. I mean, just making use of those spaces, coming back, dropping back a bit to pick up the balls and try to utilize spaces going forward. And of course, or they can keep making a rotation with Mount, because Mount can ably play in that position. So for me, that is, and I feel that's it's a good, a movement. It's a good freedom those players would have. I mean, it allows them, put defenses to business. I mean, to make them busy because of their versatility and agility, the ability to move. Mount goes and Bruno Fernandes stays, or Fernandes can go at times and Mount can come back, because they both have a good work rate. So for me, that's how I would see. Of course, there's Christian Eriksen in the equation, but you don't feel Christian Eriksen in a very competitive season like next season will be your player, your marquee player. I feel he will play second fiddle to either Mount or Bruno Fernandes, because there are some similarities between the three players, which is good. Again, that contributes to the depth of the team. more so in the midfield, because football games, like they say, most of the times, football battles are won in the center of the park. So if you've got good ball players in the center of the park and you've got a Casemiro shielding them, I feel that flexibility is good for Eric Ten Hag. So the fact that he can have, even when Bruno Fernandes is not fit, Eriksen can ably play whichever role he plays. I think Eriksen is good as a number 10, by the way. Brilliant, but like I said, with Mountain and Fernandes, he wouldn't be your starting option in number 8 or number 10, wherever you put him. So I think he would be second fiddle, playing second fiddle to those two. And then, of course, Mount playing the number 10, Rashford inverted, playing off the left, and of course, Eric Ten Hag's favorite Anthony flying in from the other wing. And then again, if you see carefully, you see a question mark there when it comes to the target man. Of course, there's been talks of so many players United has been interested in, including Harry Kane. But reports come through, it doesn't seem to be so exciting if you're a United fan. The situation with Harry Kane might not be that easy. First of all, he's so pricey, if you ask me. £100 million would be quite a lot for Man United for a 30-year-old. Not that they can't afford it, but I feel that given the areas you feel they need to sort, you don't want to spend 100 million on a hurricane. I don't feel that would be a good investment. It would be a short-term fix. So that's why I'm not certain what Ten Hag is thinking. Who will be the striker for Manchester United? You would be surprised that Mason Greenwood would be sorted and would come right in and fit in there, and they will start with him. So the question mark, I think, for now can remain. But of course, as we go on with the transfers and the speculations, we will be able to know who most likely United will be looking at. But of course, the fact is they clearly need a striker, and Eric Ten Hag has made it clear he does need a striker. But for now, there's some bit of advancement made when it comes to Mount in terms of striking roles and stuff. There's nothing big for you to be excited about as a United supporter out there. But for me, that's how I feel United might look now. Question is, how competitive would this United be if they got a striker? And let's assume, okay, let's fill the question mark with Harry Kane. Let's assume Harry Kane came in and fell and joined the party, and he's the striker. So they signed Mount and Harry Kane. Would that Man United squad be able to compete with Manchester City for the title? Perhaps they would put on a chase. Would they compete out and out for the title? I still feel without a goalkeeper, without some more bit of a solid defensive cover, and without great improvement in play in certain positions like the Anthony position, Anthony becoming more effective, I feel United will still be a little behind, a little miles behind Manchester City. Would they be improved? Certainly, yes. They would be better, they would be more competitive, they would win games with less struggle, less effort probably than they were in the past seasons when they finished third. Would they be out and out competitors against Manchester City? I still doubt a bit. I wouldn't be so excited. But I do want to pick your opinion. How do you think that a squad would look? That's how I think Manchester United would look if they signed that man, Mason Mount, who is top on the radar for the Red Devils. Yeah, that's what's happening. Subscribe to the channel. You can share on the video as well. You can slide into the comment section. And of course, let's keep conversing and talking about the transfers as they do continue to happen. Thank you.